Yet again, the woke activists strike out in anger. They lash at you while crying victimhood. A classic story.
Alyssa Mercante is back to work already, this time for Rolling Stone magazine?
How is that thing still around? Question mark?
Do they even print magazines anymore? I don't know. I saw that there was an article online, thanks to Master of the TDS for the heads up on this, that she is apparently working as at least a freelance writer or bylines.
By the way, this shirt, nose ring, mafia. Man, everyone... Dude, this is such blatant propaganda. Okay, listen. You can't be doing this. Everyone knows that a true feminist is not even close to looking that good, even in fiction.
So far at Rolling Stone, and I saw the article and couldn't help myself. I read through it because I'm like, okay, she can't take a hint. Gamers do not want this person in the game industry. It's been found out she is an activist. She's not really a gamer. She doesn't really care about games. She uses games as a vehicle to push the activism message. And it's no different in this article from Rolling Stone.
Most of them are like that, sadly.
Which is what I was planning on making the video on today, just to discuss the aspects of why this is pure activism once again. But before I could even get to making the video, she had this insanely wild meltdown tangent on Twitter, coming at me, coming at my family, and just angry at the world, because apparently this is how she copes with losing. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT.
Yeah, let's go!
Alyssa Mercante is back in the news once again because she has landed on her feet as a freelance writer for Rolling Stone, which apparently has a gaming section, which is news to me.
Who cares?
Maybe Rolling Stone is trying to enhance this and build it from the ground up. And
well, it was probably already dying, and now they just decided for some reason to expedite that process for a lot of money, most likely. 10 out of 10 decision-making, Rolling Stones. 10 out of 10.
The people that are running it have no idea about her baggage and history that comes with her, and they were like, oh, you have experience in the game industry? We're trying...
Okay, first of all, they probably know her history. They probably know what's happening, because they were most likely specifically looking for a person of exactly those qualifications. Never doubt the ineptitude of these people in perceiving themselves as actually being smart, and then looking for more people like them to destroy things further.
Trying to build up our gaming section? Sure! Come on over. What could possibly go wrong? Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the
Let's go!
Breaking down not just the Rolling Stone article, but the ensuing meltdown that Alyssa Mercante has on Twitter because she can't take losing.
Now, to be fair, and, you know, slightly defending this creature feature, I mean, doesn't she have, like, a meltdown on Twitter fucking 3 times a day? I mean, damn. It's kind of hard to distinguish between these meltdowns at this point, no?
Alyssa Mercante, a now infamous name in some corners of the gaming industry for her outspoken behavior, personal attacks, and unhinged...
Bro, this is the type of woman to become iDubbbz's wife, okay? This is the iDubbbz's wife style of woman, okay? All the red flags, all the disappointment, and probably a strap-on.
Behavior, controversial takes, everything that comes along with her is now making her move to maintain any sort of relevance in the gaming industry. This time, she's taken what looks to be a freelance or byline role at Rolling Stone, a publication that's been trying to carve out some sort of space in gaming for a little bit now with some seriously mixed results. I don't think of Rolling Stone as a place I would go to for my gaming news. And I don't think hiring someone like Alyssa Mercante, even if it's for a freelance position, is going to change anyone's mind on that. Bringing Mercante in just for a single article so far signals a clear disconnect from Rolling Stone, understanding her impact on the gaming community and the heavy baggage that comes along with her. Her aggressive interactions, especially over the past year, have positioned Alyssa as a polarizing figure in the community, to put it nicely.
Or a flat-out imbecile. Pick one.
nice. She's someone who draws criticism and tension just to be on the front page of the news. She craves people talking about her as much as she talks about hating people making videos on her. You know she's there tuning in, one of the first people clicking on it because she can't wait to see what all these people are saying about her because she is a genuine, true, to the bone narcissist.
Okay, good. Good! Good, JT. Good! He knows. He understands, boys. Because I was gonna be mad at him if he does not call her a self-centered narcissist or egomaniac. Because she definitely is. And worst of all, not only is she just on a baseline a narcissist, she's a self-vindicated narcissist that thinks that her position is objectively right. Okay? She doesn't just think that her position is right because it's her position. She legitimately believes that her position is the right one, and if anyone disagrees, it's being vindicated because of that, because other people are just not smart enough to understand her. That's where the narcissism part comes in. Oh boy. It's just like a spear from Poseidon. Damn, boy. Well, not trident from Poseidon. You get the fucking point.
In every sense of the word. From the perspective of someone deeply embedded in the gaming culture, I'm looking at this as an odd decision, to say the least, from Rolling Stone, and it definitely proves their lack of any kind of insight with the gaming industry. Mercante's combative nature was recently on full display when she lashed out on social media after I tweeted that no game industry company should be employing her if they want to see any kind of long-term success.
Bro, this is yesterday's video, right? Yeah, 1 day old. I actually saw tweets of her attacking him, and I made fun of her in the tweets. 10 out of 10. She was a moron.
And I genuinely meant this. As an opinion, I do not think it's a good idea to hire this person or even bring them on for freelance work for your organization. It's only going to be bad things for them. I said, any company that hires Alyssa Mercante...
This is exactly what I saw yesterday. Yeah, nice. I had fun.
For Byline's temp proves to everyone that they know nothing about the gaming landscape and definitely should not have a dedicated gaming section on their website. GTFO of our industry, you are not wanted here. And I was quote tweeting Master of the TDS, who found out that she was writing for Rolling Stone. He said, would appear Alyssa Mercante has ended up at Rolling Stone of all places. And she didn't take too kindly to my sentiment, of course, and that's to be expected. But she responded with a series
The reply was really stupid. Again, I literally saw this tweet.
Series of tweets that read more like personal grievances from her own projections rather than any kind of professional rebuttal. But then again, it's Alyssa. Should anyone be surprised at this point? She quote tweeted me saying, doesn't it seem like they want to chase people they don't like out of the industry?
Oh, I saw a very longer one. Did she like fucking edit this one or something? Oh. Because yeah, I saw a longer tweet about this. She went off even harder, that means, at one point. Nice.
Don't like out of the industry? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I said, and everyone in the comments said the same fucking thing. Yeah. Why the fuck we wouldn't chase you out of the industry? You don't want to be in this industry. You're here literally to change it into something else. You don't care about it. Get the fuck out.
What? Like, yeah, that's the. I'm glad you understand that. That's what we're saying. Yes, get out of the industry. What? And clearly she realized that that was a big oof to say that, so she had to follow it up with an unhinged rant of saying my full name, talking about how I've been trying to make it as a YouTuber for nearly a decade, and has been in and out of jobs tangentially, gosh, she loves saying that word, related to the industry for longer.
I don't even know what that word means, but yeah, it sounds like a dumb complex word.
He chases whatever gets him clicks, and since March, it's been me. Well, no, Alyssa.
Well, to be fair, even if that's true, that's not exactly his fucking fault now, is it, sweet cheeks, okay? And he's not the only one, so maybe, just maybe, you're kind of at fault here, Sweet Pea.
Actually, since March, it's been the entire gaming industry and the people that are destroying it from the inside out, which, big shocker here, breaking news, you were one of the people that was the main problem with it. I took issue with a lot of the things you were doing. I felt it was very self-destructive in nature for the entire game industry as a whole. And all I'm doing is putting a spotlight on it alongside everyone else in the industry that's destroying it. Sweet Baby Inc. comes to mind. Plenty of other journalists in the industry that I've covered too. Like, I know you're super narcissist and you think all I think about and talk about is you, but genuinely, you are just a sidebar in a much grander problem here.
Go yourself. Is that clear?
He didn't work for years, and he was coasting off of his GameStop stock money. Got a job and held it for barely 2 years, then went straight back to trying to...
Most people stay in a job typically for 2 years, by the way. I think that's an average. Most people stay in a job for 2 years. And I agree with that. That's completely normal.
Grow his YouTube presence by chasing internet drama.
If that's even true, because honestly, you know, Alyssa says something's fact, I'm like, yeah, is that even true?
That is such a creepy post. Like, it's almost like you're telling everyone, you know everything about my personal life and you want to put it on display out there as far as what's going on with me, which is just such a weird angle to take. Why do you care about what's going on with my life personally? How does that impact my coverage of the video game industry and talking about how to make it better? It's almost like this is more...
Well, this is supposed to intimidate you. That's more of the point here, I feel.
Projection. And Alyssa, if you didn't know, I am in a documentary regarding GameStop because I have a passion about the video game industry. That's why I invested in GameStop.
I did not know that.
I felt like they were turning things around at least a few years ago, which is where that all started from. And if you care to find out more about that, feel free to go watch GameStop Rise of the Players, streaming now on Hulu, which is not an advertisement, it's just reality. I know you love to get as much as me as possible, and if you're running out of videos to watch of me, go ahead. You can watch me in a documentary too.
Shout out to Smash JT. Terrific video that you uploaded on GameStop.
So I'm just like, man, finally someone as crazy as me. In short, he's a middle-aged man, desperate for relevance, with no discernible talent, latching onto clickbait and
Hey, being a middle-aged man is better than being a middle-aged woman, okay? We still have a way to go. You, on the other hand... I mean, the walls are closing, metaphorically and literally.
Internet drama to justify his $18,000 streamer shed. I'd be mortified to have this man as my father. Okay, so apparently
Yo, bitch should be happy that she even ever has a father figure, okay?
having a passion for your career, putting money into your own channel, trying to make it better for their viewers and caring about what you do is seen as a net
No, wait. Confused.
negative to this person. And in addition to that, she feels the need to start bringing family into this and talking about my kids and how somehow they'd be mortified if they knew who their dad was? What the hell is wrong with you? Lego Girl 200 summed up her feminist approach pretty perfectly, stating, "This is normal feminist behavior. Feminists measure value between themselves by how many men a woman can manipulate into doing her bidding, how many men she can keep friend-zoned and still giving her money. When a man refuses to be her money slave, she gets very upset because that looks bad. If one guy can get away with it, others may as well. So they enact shaming language to try to put you back in a place of serving them." Which kind of goes back to the overall... That's the only way I can make sense of her unhinged rant. It doesn't make any logical... Like, why would you say this stuff unless you have a perspective of you need to put someone in their place so that they're subservient to you? It's not how the world works. Diving into...
I mean, she is full of herself. If she... this just goes into the egocentrism part, okay? If you are the perfect snowfly, the sea, the river that's flowing, the butterfly going over the mountains, okay? If you're that much of a perfection to this world, then obviously anyone who criticizes you is by default a piece of shit, wrong, and stupid. And misguided, probably also. Okay? It just makes sense, because how can something perfect be criticized by something that is not perfect? It's like the earth shaming the heavens.
Conte's article on Rolling Stone, it's easy to see that she is using this as yet another vehicle to push her activism. And I know she's not going to like this getting out there because the truth hurts. And while the headline of the article definitely gives a nod to nostalgia, her piece ultimately reveals her underlying intentions. It's far less about honoring gaming history and far more about reiterating the familiar narratives that align with activism. The article dives into the development challenges faced by the original Bungie team, emphasizing the high-stress, crunch-heavy environment during the making of Halo 2. She has a long history of injecting tidbits of activism sprinkled throughout her writing, and in this case, framing the game development through a critical social lens often infuses her article with broader messages about industry-wide problems. Her background as a writer who consistently blends industry criticism with progressive and activist viewpoints is easy to spot from a mile away. By using the history of Halo 2 as a vehicle to move to her target, Mercante continues to reinforce conversations about ongoing systematic challenges, positioning her writing.
Yeah, this makes sense. To summarize and put it into simpler language, essentially he's just saying Alyssa Mercante, as most of these game journo fakes, are just using gaming as a way to push the ideals and whatnot. They're gonna take something that happened in gaming is happening, or makes up something that's happening, and subvert it into a more grand thing about inequality, injustice in the world, and garbage like that. Okay? It is what it is. Anyway, that was our boy, Smash JT. 10 out of 10. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.